This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my review of Sonic 3 The Hedgehog. And before you say that's not its title, that's how they showed basically every time with the 3 first. They even have the hedgehog appear after it. So, in a fantastic type of situation, that is what I am forced to call this movie. And watching this movie, honestly, it was a really entertaining movie. I only watched because I heard from some people that it was a really good movie and entertaining, and it was well done. So I said, why not? I went to see with a friend a few days ago, and I really enjoyed it. I watched the first two and the Knuckles series before this, and the most interesting thing about that is the fact that Dodgeball: A True Underdog Story is technically canon in this universe. So, besides that, I honestly was excited for this, but not too excited. It was more from what I've heard from other people because I'll talk about this in other videos, but first two were, they were fun movies, but that was really it, and that's the thing I can say about this one. It was a fun movie. I think that is really elevated with Keanu Reeves' performance as Shadow the Hedgehog, which I think was the best part of this. And Jim Carrey was also pretty fun in this, playing two different characters, and I think that is both roles he did just a really great job. This entire thing where they, as to say, they basically built a Death Star was also interesting, and I think that is also smart to have them go and just directly address why they didn't instantly go for the Deus Ex Machina of using the gem from the previous movie to make Sonic be super powerful and just instantly win the fight. And then after that, it still shows that the character of Shadow was just way more powerful and was able to stand up to Sonic. And yeah, honestly, that was pretty interesting. And one thing, I'll probably do a separate video to talk about this in depth, but especially with the rumor of us getting a Knights of the Republic TV series, Keanu Reeves just in this really convinced me he would be a great Revan since he played this more tragic villain who was doing what he thought was right out of a misguided attempt for justice. And again, I'm gonna break that down in a video separately. I don't know if it'll be this week or next week. We'll see how it goes with how much time I have. But I really like that with it. As I said, Keanu Reeves' performance was probably the best part of this. And the character was extraordinarily tragic, where he just suffers this loss of a great friend he has. And after that, he is just going on this absolute path of vengeance and not really doing anything to turn himself away until he is basically about to commit a pretty serious atrocity by just doing a genocide. And yeah, that's a pretty big overreaction, but he ultimately is talked down, and that is honestly just, it was a great ending for the character, although he is still alive. And well, the two Eggmen, they both have to be dead because they're humans, they're not like alien hedgehogs or anything that can for some reason talk in space. I'm willing to accept they could breathe in space. They could also survive entry into the atmosphere, which is also kind of unbelievable. But besides that, I'm totally willing to say that they're at least able to breathe in space based on like the Superman principle, where they just basically are capable of holding their breath, but no, they should be able to talk. I don't know. I don't really care too much. There's explosions and stuff in Star Wars, and I'm a giant Star Wars fan, so it's just more of a doesn't make too much sense, but whatever. And yeah, honestly, just going and watching this movie, I did have a lot of fun. I think all the characters were well done, and the theater I was in was pretty packed. I did see it on a Saturday afternoon, which is part of the reason of that. But still, it was honestly a really fun movie. I think they did a good job with it. And as I mentioned before, I haven't been too much into Sonic. The really only other Sonic thing I have done is play the Dimensions DLC. And I just remember that was long. And hopefully it's not too long for me to actually download it and use it as footage for this. But you would have already known that by now because if it was too long or too big to put on my computer, then I would have had to use something else. But yeah, honestly, just let me know what you think. As I said, it's a really entertaining movie. I definitely want to do that video about Keanu Reeves and how this movie helped prove he should play Revan. But really, besides that, I don't have too much more to say. And I think the entire cast was really great and fun. And it's just impressive that all these movies really are so successful due to the fact that they're actually willing to listen to fans. And that's a lesson that Marvel seems to be learning. It also seems like DC has learned from that. At least hopefully we'll see with Superman later this year. And it's something that Star Wars really, really could learn. But yeah, honestly, that's just happened for a completely different video. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.